Citizenship Project. These are some things that we're going to be looking at today: guiding questions, opportunities, and challenges and strategies. What is digital literacy?
So what exactly is digital literacy? Digital literacy is composed of multiple skills. Citizens with digital literacy can identify authentication of information presented online. They can self-regulate their own thinking and understand and respect diversity. People have communication skills that can help collaboration and critical thinking and the learning process. And finally, people with digital literacy, they can use those digital devices to help express creativity appropriately.
Two questions to consider when thinking about digital literacy are: how do you measure a student's digital literacy, and is there something more we can teach our students about digital literacy? The issue we are trying to solve in this presentation is that students today use their devices to manage their lives, but lack skills to generate, evaluate, and share information that they interact with. Students have the devices and use the devices, but they have no idea how to become digital citizens.
The digital world has opened countless opportunities for professional and personal growth, one of which is being able to reach more people. Professionals are able to expand businesses with not just people around us, but also get insight and collaboration opportunities with others around the world. By working together, we can accomplish more. Growth in professional aspects related to digital literacy can be achieved through expressing themselves through artwork, music, blogging, or podcasting. This can increase self-worth and make connections on a deeper level. Another opportunity is the digital world helps teachers promote technology by engaging in interactive lessons that connect people in the real-world context to the classroom. The International Online Journal of Education and Teaching, they stated that as learners manage to take place in interactive environments, they develop autonomy by making the responsibility of their own language learning. The major role of teachers in this regard is to encourage learners to acquire skills of choosing and processing these knowledge. Therefore, digital technology can not only offer more options for teachers and learners, but it directly affects the roles of both teachers and learners. As teachers adapt, more learners, they get that approach of learning. This can motivate learners to develop learning strategies. As great as digital literacy is, there are some major challenges. One major challenge that digital literacy has is that it requires a host of additional skills. When reading a newspaper, magazine, or book, these texts have no distractions. However, when reading in a digital context, the reader is faced with countless interruptions and choices from the reader as they navigate through the digital world. Advertisements, ads, hyperlinks are all embedded and can distract the user from what they initially set out to use the digital device for. The skills that are now needed to become self-controlled, to stay focused on the purpose, evaluate an accuracy of the content, and be safe with professional and personal information when navigating from one source to the next. So those are all skills that you have to be able to be digitally, have that digital literacy. Another challenge is that with these skills, that digital literacy, educators, they feel pressured to teach students on how to use the digital devices appropriately. As educators, we want to prepare our students. Learning to navigate through technology to enhance success is quickly becoming the norm. However, this has created yet another layer of things that educators must teach on top of their standards. Students face countless distractions and issues, all stemming from simply not knowing how to use digital devices appropriately. about when and what to share online can have repercussions for student safety, privacy, and reputation. When incorporating technology into lessons, teachers must first teach how to use these resources to avoid these issues. Key components should be taught in school. However, finding time to prepare and teach this can seem challenging to educators.
Check out this video to see how digital literacy is for careers.
One strategy that I found to answer the question, how can we teach students to confidently and responsibly use digital technology, is this website. And it's actually a school of education that's based in Washington, D.C. And one of the quotes that I found on it is nearly half of respondents, so they took a poll that said nearly half of respondents expressed that they want more professional development in the area of using digital resources to support literacy instruction. So we know that there's a lot of requirements that are beginning to show in the digital literacy realm, and understanding how to use technology. And so teachers felt better about being able to help their students do this if they got the proper training themselves through professional development. So the only way that teachers are able to support students is by knowing how to do it themselves as well. So to support these students of all ages in the fast developing use of technology, teachers need to be provided with professional development. It would be hard to ask teachers to teach something that they are unfamiliar with themselves. As previously stated, I'm going to be answering the question, how can we teach students to confidently and responsibly use digital technology? The reason that students also need to learn how to confidently use technology is because we can see that in the future, a lot of things are going to be based around the use of technology and being sure that people are able to adapt to that use. And be able to do it confidently and go into it knowing that they can produce what their employer is asking them to do. So we also want them to be able to do it responsibly, which is a lot of what this slide is based on. As we know with technology, there can be a lot of concerns and dangers revolving around technology, and we are shaping the minds of either very young students, starting at the primary and elementary age, all the way to the high school age. So we want to make sure that we can help develop their minds on the correct use and being responsible with technology. And so we're also answering the question, how can we be sure to protect them from the dangers of technology? And Dr. Martin, a professor from the NC College of Education, professor of learning, design, and technology, has actually hosted some intense camps that teachers and parents and children can be part of, and some topics that she talks about at this camp and addresses are netiquette, digital footprint, cyberbullying, and digital safety. So she goes over all the different things that are involved within those topics and helps teachers, parents, and children learn how to navigate those different topics. Within the school and even at home, it is very important to protect children by using content filters, and this helps block access to inappropriate websites and firewalls. It helps block access to inappropriate websites, and then also firewalls are wonderful resources that schools can use and parents can even use at home, and it just blocks from like your device being able to be hacked and things like that. And so that would be very, very useful for schools and even parents to use, and that can help protect students. Devices owned by schools can also have monitoring applications on them, which can also be done at home as well, which Dr. Martin would talk about whenever she hosts the camp for this type of topic. Drawing final conclusions. We hope that you have learned a lot through this presentation and seen a lot of different research out there about digital literacy. What we hope for you to really have learned and gained from this is knowing that students do need to know how to confidently use technology, but also how to responsibly use technology. And the reason for that is because employers are looking for employees that are able to adapt to the needs of the workplace. Communication, creativity, collaboration, and critical thinking are large focuses in jobs that more often than not require the use of technology. So we must help students know how to adapt to these standards for future employment. Technology is also changing so quickly, as we know this, that young people need to learn how to use and apply technology quickly, creatively, and independently. Which this also means that we're having to teach young people and students at a lot younger age than what we're used to, because it is something that is being used way more than it has ever been used before. In the 21st century, there are rarely going to be jobs available that do not require some use of technology. Therefore, it's important to teach how to use it safely too, which ties in the being responsible part. And then also, being digitally literate can give an applicant the upper hand when applying for a job. If you watched the video on the previous slides, a lot of the employers and a lot of the applicants that were looking for jobs had said that if you are digitally literate, or if you have more than just a paper copy of your resume but have like a whole digital portfolio, that they can't help but like give you the upper hand in that, because technology is being used so much more than it ever has.
Check out our references to see any amazing resources and opportunities to continue learning about this topic. Thank you.